In 2022, a NASA astronomer accidentally dropped a cup of coffee on the floor while staring at a screen because data from the Webb telescope suggested that some galaxies were 13.82 billion years old, while the universe itself is only 13.8 billion years old. It was like seeing a baby older than its mother in the delivery room. He immediately called Nobel laureate Roger Penrose. The voice on the other end stayed silent for 12 seconds, then said a line that made him shudder. "They are not the children of our universe." The astronomer thought he had gone crazy, until 3 months later, when he found scars left behind by the death of the previous universe. In the cosmic microwave background, radiation in a moment, he realized that our Big Bang was not actually the beginning. Even crazier, the 6 galaxies Webb captured all had redshift values above 20. By the laws of physics, their light would have set out before the Big Bang. Either physics is wrong, or the universe is deceiving us. It was a deadlock. Both possibilities kept people from sleeping. Did you know that Penrose won the 2020 Nobel Prize for proving the real existence of black holes? Yet his craziest theory is that the universe is like a continuously beating heart. Every Big Bang is the rebirth of a universe after it dies. This is called the cyclic universe theory, abbreviated CCC. The entire process from the Big Bang to the death of the universe is called an aeon, like a chapter in a book. We are currently living in one chapter, and the chapter before and the chapter after are other universes. It sounds like a myth, but Penrose offered evidence. In 2018, he led a team analyzing images of the cosmic microwave background sent back by the Planck satellite. Within those seemingly random temperature fluctuations, they discovered 30 circular cold spots. The temperature inside these circles was about 30 millionths of a degree lower than the surroundings. It may seem negligible, but their arrangement violates every probability statistic. Penrose said these were fossils left by gravitational waves emitted when 2 supermassive black holes collided in a previous universe. He named these spots Hawking points in memory of his late friend Stephen Hawking. Why are they circular? Penrose explained that when 2 black holes collide, it's like throwing 2 stones into water, creating perfectly concentric circles. These circles propagate outward as gravitational waves at the speed of light. In the final stage of the previous universe, those gravitational waves crossed the boundary of space-time and imprinted themselves on the birth certificate of our universe, like a birthmark that can never be washed away. Even harder to believe, new findings from the Webb telescope have made this theory even more unsettling. In May 2024, scientists at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center discovered that some ancient barren galaxies had brightness that did not match the laws of physics at all. Under traditional theory, a galaxy needs at least 3 generations of stars to reach such brightness. The fastest a star can go from birth to death still takes 10 million years, and the slowest takes 20 billion years. But these galaxies existed when the universe was only 500 million years old. Even if all stars were born on the same day, there still wouldn't be enough time unless one possibility is true. These galaxies are not truly primordial to our universe. They inherited the genes of a previous universe, like carrying memories from a past life into reincarnation. Penrose's explanation goes even further. He says that in the ultimate future of the universe, all matter will decay into photons, black holes will completely evaporate through Hawking radiation, and atoms will break down. In the end, the entire universe will be left as a pure patch of light. In that state, there is no matter, no distance, not even time, because the essence of time is change. When everything becomes light, and no change remains, time loses its meaning, and that is when the magic happens. Penrose proved something using a mathematical tool called conformal mapping. When the pure universe becomes a state of pure light, it is mathematically equivalent to the state of the Big Bang. Like a circle, you cannot clearly say where the beginning is or where the end is. An infinite future and an infinitesimally small past are the same thing. This is not a metaphor, but a rigorous mathematical proof. But here is the greatest mystery. If the universe is truly finite, could life in a previous universe leave information for us? Penrose says, in theory it could. because electromagnetic waves and neutrinos are not affected by conformal mapping. They can cross the boundary between eons, perhaps at some frequency we have not noticed. There are hidden distress signals from a civilization in a previous universe, or perhaps warnings telling us not to repeat the same mistakes. In 2023, the Webb telescope discovered a strange phenomenon, just 320 million years after the Big Bang. For fully mature, spiral galaxies had already appeared. They had clear spiral, arms abulge, and a galactic disk. Under conventional theory, this structure should take at least 6 billion years to form, like going to kindergarten and seeing a 3-month-old baby who already has teeth, can talk, and can walk. Astronomers named these galaxies impossible galaxies. Astronomy Professor Joel Elijah of Penn State said these findings kept him from sleeping for a month. Because if these galaxies truly exist, our understanding of cosmic evolution could be fundamentally wrong at the root. Either star formation, mechanisms in the early universe were completely different, or these galaxies did not start from zero at all. They may have inherited a gravitational field from a previous universe, their structures as if cast from a pre-made mold. Even stranger, the distribution of these galaxies was not random. A research team at the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics found that their positions showed a weak but clear geometric pattern. The probability of such a pattern is far lower than winning the grand prize 100 times in a row, Penrose said. This is the gravitational well left behind by the previous universe. Like footprints on a beach, even after the waves erase them, depressions remain. Our universe is growing on the framework of the previous one, but not all scientists accept this. Cosmologist Alan Guth of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, who proposed the inflation theory, says Penrose's theory has a fatal flaw. The biggest problem is the second law of thermodynamics. Entropy can only increase, not decrease. If the universe is repeating, how can the high entropy of the previous universe become the low entropy of this one? It's like asking how a muddy cup of water could naturally become clear. Penrose's answer is very clever. He says black holes are the greatest containers in the universe. When all matter is swallowed by black holes, energy concentrates inside them, then the black holes evaporate. All that energy is released as Hawking radiation and becomes pure energy. This process is essentially a new starting point, like rebooting a computer. All data is wiped, and the system returns to factory settings. In 2024, the University of Cambridge found a gigantic cold spot in the cosmic background radiation, with a diameter exceeding 1 billion light-years, called the cosmic cold spot. Traditional theories cannot explain it. Penrose says it is a trace left by the collision of two eons, like a punch leaving a bruise, and the Webb telescope continues to observe. Each new image reveals deeper truths. If Penrose is right, future space missions may detect special polarization patterns around these Hawking points that would become undeniable evidence. Humanity would, for the first time, confirm that our universe is not the only one, nor the first. This theory answers an ancient philosophical question. What is time? If the universe is cyclic, then time is not a straight line, but a circle. It has no beginning, no end, an eternal loop. The sentence you are reading may have been read in a previous universe. In the next universe, it will be read again, like Nietzsche's eternal recurrence. But Penrose says it will not be the same. Because of the uncertainty of quantum mechanics, each eon has small differences. These differences are like the butterfly effect, amplified into completely different universes. Perhaps in some eon, the dinosaurs never went extinct. Perhaps in another, human civilization arose 10,000 years earlier. The most chilling thought is this: if the theory is true, every atom in our bodies may have passed through countless cycles of cosmic birth and death. The carbon atom in your body may once have been the core of a star in a previous universe. The oxygen atom you breathe may have witnessed the last light of a universe before it went out. We are not only stardust, we are eternal stardust, carried through countless cosmic loops. Penrose is now 93 years old. He says he may not live to see the final answer revealed, but he is not sad. because if the theory is correct, he will keep presenting it in the next eon. Perhaps in a previous universe, there was also a Penrose studying the cosmic loop. Perhaps this theory is the truth, eon after eon, discovered and proven many times. The Webb telescope keeps watching galaxies that should not exist, ancient light and mysterious. Circles are telling us that the story of the universe is longer, more complex, and more magnificent than we imagined. The Big Bang is not the beginning, and silence is not the end. The universe is an infinite heartbeat, expanding again and again, contracting again and again, never stopping, and we are only a moment in that eternal heartbeat. But we can still lift our heads, look into the depths of space, and try to understand all of this. Maybe one day, civilization in a future eon will find the Hawking points, our universe left behind in their cosmic background, radiation. Then they will know that in the universe before them, there was a group of beings looking up at the starry sky, decoding the secrets of the cosmos, and engraving theory onto the boundary of space-time. And all of it began at 3 a.m. on July 12, 2022, with a shattered cup of coffee and a phone call that changed everything.